Shot Flavio. So one thing I wanted to share with you that I always find very interesting is Zillow data provides a survey and some information on renters, which is always intriguing. So if you work with first-time home buyers or renters, there's a bunch of trends I thought were really, really important and interesting. So first of all, we know, over the last 2 years, things have changed dramatically. So there's been a lot of shifts, obviously, in what people desire. Obviously, interest rates are impacting a lot of things, and we've been hearing for a number of years about household formations and how they're going to increase. So, part of this is, what does this all mean, and how can I apply it to my business? So, again, if you work with first-time homebuyers or renters, here's some trends that I thought were very interesting, and hopefully this helps kind of formulate some ideas on business strategies and how to best align your business. So, number one, the average renter is 39 years old. So that's very important. And I think because that's important is, I think about where I was in life at 40 years old, which is quite different than where it was when I was 25. But the average renter is almost 40 years old, which, tells me a lot of things about the stage that they are in life and how they look at things. The other thing was 73% of renters do plan to move again in 3 years. Now, there's nothing super interesting about that, but what is interesting is 37% of them indicate they plan to purchase within 3 years. And that continues to trend upwards. So what that means, of course, is almost 3 out of 4 renters plan to move again in a short period of time, and almost 40% of them are thinking that they want to purchase, and that number continues to increase. Number 3, the largest segment of renters is aged 18 to 39, or I'm sorry, 18 to 29. So that's almost a third of the segment of all renters. So again, the average age is almost 40. However, the biggest proportion of them is 18 to 29. That's also very important too. And with demographics and as trends continue to change over time, that'll probably move to the next segment of 30 to 39-year-olds. So nationally, for income earners, 17% of all renters earn over $100,000 a year. In the Bay Area, we know things are very different, and it's more expensive to live, and most things are a little bit more expensive than nationally. That would actually be closer to 28 to 33% instead of 17%. So again, in the Bay Area, maybe 30%, almost a third, are earning $100,000 or more, which I think is also very important. Number 5, a third of them have children which are 18 years and younger. So not important, but very interesting that almost a third do have children that are renting. And of course, they're always looking for more amenities, bigger spaces, more bedrooms, more bathrooms. In addition to that, there was a couple of really important trends. So here's some things that I thought were super, super interesting. 2 out of 3 considered buying when looking to rent, which is an increase of 46% over 3 years ago. So again, 2 out of 3 consider buying, but decided to rent. So that's also very important because there's a lot of decisions being made when, do I want to purchase? Do I want to buy? And almost 2 out of 3 didn't look for another place saying, I have no intention of buying. So that's, I think, a very important number. Another important thing too, and I don't think it's earth shattering, but when viewing properties and signing contracts, the trend has been the bulk of online and electronic use. So what that means is properties are being viewed a lot more online. Contracts, inquiries are all done digitally. Again, not a super earth-shattering trend, but there's a lack of on-site visits, face-to-face interaction. And again, the trend has been for more digital and less face-to-face of an experience when they are signing contracts, viewing properties, making important decisions. Another thing I found really important was the concessions that leasing agencies and apartments were offering. The high for concessions was February of last year. So that means almost a year ago is when it kind of peaked, which tells us that the demand was most competitive over a year ago. Now, that was 36%. So in February last year, 36%, over 1 out of 3 properties were offering some sort of concession. Right now, that's down to 20%. So that's a dramatic shift in a little over 20 months, which again tells us that the demand going forward is diminishing and the competition is a little bit less. And then the last trend that I thought was super important and very interesting was what we're seeing in terms of shifts for what renters want in terms of amenities. If you follow other housing experts that really take a look at trends and shifts, such as Ivy Zeldman, and there's a ton of others. She's been talking about the shift over the last few years from less urbanized, higher density areas to more suburban, lower density areas. And we've obviously seen this occurring. But what was really important in the survey was the desirability for renters when they're considering things like gyms, open spaces, shared amenities, rooftop gardens, has been trending downward. So what that means is current renters really care less about certain features and they're really more focused on the utility of the size of their unit and bedroom. So that was an interesting shift and I'm sure that one will continue. So overall, I hope these are helpful and I hope these help you to formulate some ideas and strategies as you think about your business, especially as you align your business with certain demographics and the clients that you serve. If you need any assistance, further information, or a link to the actual report, let me know. Thanks.